Hello everybody and welcome back to Formula Virtual Racing. We're here on unfamiliar horizons. It is the Circuit Algarve in Portimao, Portugal. It is an interesting circuit for everybody and it is going to be an absolutely fantastic race with a wet to dry period. It's an all dry qualifying for the time being, but we will be going from wet to dry in the Grand Prix. As always, I'm joined once again by my partner in crime, Brendan. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, and yourself? As we are on a new track.
New track, new opportunities, and one home man who's looking to finally finish a race. That is Manuel Antons down at the bottom there. The number 95 AlphaTauri, who has never finished an F4 Grand Prix.
Ooh.
Qualifying is going to be an interesting one for sure. It is a new track, so some mistakes may be made on hot laps, but it will be... it's a fantastic lap here, and Brendan, would you like to go on board with our home man, Manuel Antons, to guide us through?
Let me find him.
He's down in the bottom.
Yep, down the bottom, I have found him. And up, here we go. One of the first laps here as a Portugal circuit FER. I was FER was held last night. I was out in James, so let's go on board for a lap here. Down the start finish straight and into turn one. A very quick one where you need, if you can nail it, you can get a lot of time through the kink of turn two before braking out for turn three. And out through uphill left hander of four. And Thomas has rejoined. And now down into turn five onto those Torre Vip. According to track map I have, and through the kink of 6 and the silent lift for 7 before braking out for 8, and a very tricky exit here, very easy to lose the car, and then through 9 and through 10, which is known as Portimao, where if you and then through 11, well 10, we're at 12 and now 13. And now, to my ultimate corner, in the last braking zone, is Sagres, turn 14. Get all the power, stick to the right as much as you can through 15 of Galp, and it is going to be a 116.5.
116.5 for Manuel Antons, not a bad lap at all. And just if you are watching the stream, could you let me know if the stream quality okay? I have it open on my tablet beside me. As for those of you who don't know, my laptop died last week, but it looks horrendous, and I'm going to hope that isn't the way it actually is. So do let us know. But that is a good lap from our home hero, Lucas Faust, slots in behind with a 16.6. Of course, lap time won't be record breaking, as we are on possibly wet setups, as we do a wet to dry race. If you did not hear at the start of our live stream, it is a wet to dry race. Quality is good. Thank you, Sam. Quality is good. Oh, Enzo's been disqualified from the session. That is not good for the Mercedes. Aaron McFall slotted himself into third. I'm unsure what happened with the Mercedes there.
It's 0 to 0 right there.
Oh, Melvin's gone as well, so disappointment for the McLaren. Has some more time slotting in. Lewis 16.8, Legend 16.8, Avesta 16.9, Chloe 17.8, Borbune 18.2, Cito 18.2, and Junior a 20.2 on the medium. As that is Luke Davis gone 7th in the Ferrari with a 17.7. Brendan, as you were saying on your, or were you saying? No, you probably weren't saying on your hot lap. But the strategy is a bit difficult. Tyre wear and fuel is used up quite a lot here. So is it important that you do slow out laps and in laps?
Yeah, probably. Although you'd have to be careful, as well, people won't really be able to see who's ahead of them, given the up and down nature of the track. So obviously you will have to just hope that no one's on the racing line. Because if you do catch somebody on a racing line, you probably won't have enough time to actually, try dodge them. So it'll be interesting to see if anyone is held up in qualifying. But a slow in-lap and out-lap is probably crucial enough, but they have to be careful in the way to go about it.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of cases of blocking so far in the early stages of this lap. On this track, apologies. But we do have 11 minutes 22 to go. Here comes Marcel Maggiera in the McLaren down in 17th. This is not going to be too competitive. It's 7th for Marcel. It's not record breaking. One thing to notice here is look how wide the track is. It is very wide. It's very up and down, as you said. It's as Lando Norris would say, moving up and down like a roller coaster. Here comes Thomas Main into the final sector. Very tricky traction zone at the end of this one to nail. Hello Sam. Sam's joined the session now. And here comes Thomas Main in 5th gear and into this long right-hander, which you can get a absolutely beautiful camera angle of the car tipping down. Formula 1 cars using their maximum downforce there, a very downforce circuit due to the up and down nature. Here comes Thomas Main at 7th. He beats Marcel Maggiera just about, and he's in 7th position.
Well, just about, but it's almost 4 tenths.
Here comes Jake Marsh to head up across the line. Where's this lap going to put the Williams? That's 4th spot for Jake. A 16.7 replacing Tyler Davison for today's race. Once again, Williams having to slot in their well-known reserve driver now. Hello to Vaseline watching the stream, who just says he's just won a race. So congrats to that one, Vaseline. Glad you joined us here tonight, as there is some more people on timed runs. This is Marcus Howell heading up, and very tricky left-hander, almost in 4th gear. And on the run down to a hairpin. He does have the Williams of Jake Marsh in front, who will have to vacate the area as Marcus runs along the curb. This next corner is next 2 corners are very difficult to make sure you don't invalidate on that left-hand curb side. But here comes Marcus Towell. Now it's the traction there, so he's still good on the remainder of this lap. Another tricky corner here. All the corners really tricky. This is, of course, the turn 10 of Portimao is actually the name of the corner, as Brendan said it earlier on his hot lap. And now, as we said, tricky traction zone in Sector 3. I have to make sure... Oh, Marcus has almost lost it there, and that would have been not very good for his timed lap. Final corner, final braking zone. This is the final corner as he loops up and over. What was that, Brendan?
Avesta spun on his outlap there.
Oh, Avesta spun on the outlap. Here comes Marcus Towell to slot in 7th. 7th's a popular position to slot yourself into, as pole sitter currently, the Portugueseman, Manuel Antons, who's on a 2nd timed run. Is he improving? He is improving by about 0.2 of a second. Here comes Manuel, though. Of course, it would be fantastic if Manuel could win his home Grand Prix. Especially, it'd be fantastic if Manuel could finish his home Grand Prix. Long right-hander. One thing to note is the ERS will cut itself out very late in this lap, possibly through that corner. Can Manuel beat his provisional pole time? He can! 16.2. But the Portuguese native who attended this real Formula 1 Grand Prix, there's a fun fact for you. Hello to everyone watching. Preston says predictions. We'll get them, of course, as we do from Brendan later on. And Kyle Davis saying, you've missed me. Admit it. Well, not really, as you were with us last week. Of course, Kyle, the chief engineer for the Red Bull team, and his brother Sam, who actually invalidated his flying lap. He'll be going for another one. So is Junior invalidated. Sito is on a run now and is very well familiar Mercedes car now. He's reserves in that one all the time.
Oh, and that's Sam Dow's day off on the gravel. That is turn 1, and he needs it on the Portimao turn 1 chicane layout. There, as he could let through someone there, I think.
We have someone in the chat, Scott Wilson, saying we have a championship rundown. Yes, we can. So far, it is an Aston Martin 1-2. This man right here, the Scotsman, Lewis McWilliam, who is improving on his time, is the championship leader on 123 points. His teammate is behind him, Legend, with 83. And then the man who actually has got disqualified at the very bottom, last week's race winner, Enzo King, in 3rd with 67. Brady Pollock follows that. Brady, of course, hasn't set a timed run, down the bottom in 18th spot with a 65 points. And Sam with 62. Very close in the top 5. In the Constructors' Championship, it is Aston Martin leading the way, as this is Aston Martin just gone 2nd and 4th, with Lucas going 3rd. It is Aston Martin on 212 points, leading the Constructors' Championship, ahead of Mercedes with 123. Red Bull then follow with 105, and Alpine with 85. The Ferrari outfit with 77 there. As here comes Marcel Maggiera, actually, in the McLaren, which is the team that follow that, just on 72, the Williams team, who've won a race this season, actually. currently on 61, followed by Alfa Romeo, AlphaTauri and Haas at the back.
Well, there you go. Is that an Aston Martin flag on the yellow flag? But I think they're just letting the car through.
Yeah, they both improved their laps fairly quickly. They were both out at a similar time on the circuit, as well as Lucas Faust, who, is he going for a second run? No, he's not.
Just going to make a point here. If anyone is going to try something, are they going to turn off the ERS for a small part of the lap? Maybe in the snow section?
Honestly, I tried it yesterday in FVRA and it didn't work. It didn't gain you any time, so we may not see that happening quite a lot. But it could. Someone could try it. Someone could execute it a lot better than I do. But anyways, still a short bit left in qualifying. Gift Fichero is the next man to pull into the pit lane. Okay, Junior. And Cito follows him. They're all boxing for what could be a fresh set of tyres. The two Ferraris here having a go at slipstream. We haven't seen this on this circuit so far. Oh, and Luke's lost it. That's a very fantastic catch, actually, if I do say so myself. So here comes Luke. He's backed off on that lap, actually. His teammate was giving him a nice tow, but his teammate is also on a lap. Thomas Main, the winner of the Canadian Grand Prix. He has not had that good results, and that's Jake Marsh in the Williams, who has gone. We'll stick on board with Thomas Main. You'll see him gone on the right-hand side here. Just obviously went up off into the grass. You should see him there. Oh, he's in the midfield. He has well lost that Williams and out of qualifying. That is a 6th spot for Jake Marsh, and that will be the most he's getting. Thomas Main will stay in 9th after a poor lap from the Belgian native. Aaron has invalidated his time. A lot of drivers in the pit lane now. Marcel Magera is not one of them. I can't tell if he's on a timed run or not here, but he does seem to be finding it very tricky. He is up on his time, though, in Sector 1. We'll have to wait and see. Kyle's saying Sam was digging sand up for research purposes. Not going to ask. Oh, Marcel's lost it, and he's lost it on that yellow sausage curb, and that is a McLaren sent spinning around. That is a mistake you are going to see more than once today. The number 66 Polish native is going to have to flick that McLaren around and hopefully get it back to the pit lane, because he's completely lost that run. Marcus Tell is the next man on the lap. What's the championship, by the way? Vasklin, I did just read it out, but if you do want to go check it again, it is on our Instagram at Formula Virtual Racing. It's one of the more recent posts. You should find it. Lewis is dominating ahead of Legend, and the Aston Martins are dominating in the Constructors' Championship. But if Lewis doesn't score points today, Legend gets a good 25 points, 18 points. That gap will be closed right up heading into the break week of next week, in between, of course, this track and Monaco. Yellow flag, that is just the Alpine of Brady Pollock going slow. Marcus Towns had a good run through this third sector here. Keep an eye on the Red Bull Racing man to go for a good lap. He's not holding to the right hand side like the rest of them. Oh no, God, he's to the 123. Ignore everything I just said. That's an awful lap. But there is Marcus. He's going for another run, I think. He currently has a 16-9. Nope, never mind. I'm having a couple of howlers in terms of Marcus's on board. Lucas Faust, the man you may remember, hasn't raced since Season 2, apologies. The man hasn't raced since Season 2. Main part of AlphaTauri's loss in Season 2. He fought very well, but he is back, and back for today. He's in the Haas, and he's going to go and take us around Portimao for a lap. All these drivers are on the softs, as there is rain in the race. As I think Lucas has backed out of that lap already. He's made a mistake through one, and he's backed out. Or could be the drivers doing 2 out laps to heat up the tyres, possibly, Brendan?
Maybe. No, see, you're not seeing any tricks with the mediums like you would have seen in real life with Mercedes.
Yes, of course, Mercedes were masters at that. So we will have to see. Nobody's gone for that trick. The mediums are a very slippy tyre, as I did. I tested yesterday. Mediums are a very slippy tyre. Sam Davison is on a lap. He's on. It's a 3:52. He's not on a lap at all. It is being timed. Aaron McFall is going to start a lap, however.
Marcus is off again.
Marcus is off. He does definitely seem to be doing 2 outlaps. Is Aaron McFall going to bolt towards the line? He is. He is not dilly-dallying with 2 outlaps. Turn 1 for the Irishman. No, he is bothering with 2 outlaps. Never mind. Is anyone going to start a timed run? Lucas Faust is, and Manuel Antons is our pole position man. He is currently improving by even more. He could take pole in his own backyard.
You sure? My screen is 3 seconds slower.
He was up by 0.3 of a second on my screen, but he has backed off on this lap. Legend Rosenberg, Lucas isn't validated, but Legend is flying through turn 1 now. He's kept the car valid as well. There seems to be a lot of shenanigans happening here in qualifying, but Legend Rosenberg is on a flying lap. He is definitely going to complete this flying lap unless it is invalid.
Enzo said it's only around 10 minutes wet.
Only around 10 minutes wet, okay, that could still be enough to affect someone's race or ruin it, but I imagine it will be for sure an interesting 10 minutes at the start of the Grand Prix. Just look at the elevation climb. It is absolutely beautiful to watch an F1 car around this track, as Legend Rosenberg is demonstrating that beautifully. Look at the speed he's taking through the turn 10 of Portimao. Oh, almost a validate, however, so that was a bit too much speed. Here he comes down, final braking zone. He needs a good bit of time if he wants to snatch a pole position of the Portugueseman of Manuel Antons. Final corner, a dip down to the line. Is it going to be pole for Legend? He's taken 2 this season. Is it going to be pole? It is! It's a 16-1 for Legend. Is Manuel improving? No, he's not. Portuguese hearts may have just been put in their own plate for dinner, as Manuel is not improving on his lap. Legend may have just seen at the death. Lucas Faust, it says he's 10 seconds down. Lewis McWilliam also improving. This could be a very close qualifying between the 2 Aston Martins. Aaron McFall also still on a lap. Next man to complete his flying lap is going to be the Alpine of Brady Pollock. Here comes Brady bolting towards the line. He's currently in 11th. He's down on his lap, but is he going to improve? No, he's not. He's going to start 11th. Next man to cross the line. Is it going to be the home native of Manuel Antons? It is. I don't think this is going to be an improvement, and I don't think it's going to take pole. His teammate is just behind him, but here comes Manuel to the line. Is it going to be pole? No, he can't take it. Is Aaron McFall going to snatch it? No. Third behind his teammate, but can the Aston Martin of Legend steal pole from his teammate at the death? No! Slots in second. And that is such a close qualifying, but it is an Aston Martin front row lockout. Behind then it is Alpha Tauri, and Avesta has backed off his lap. Only Cito remains on his flying lap, and he's backed off, so that is qualifying. It is pole position for Legend Rosenberg.
Well, Portuguese hearts are broken pretty much.
But P2 is still... P3, apologies, is still a fantastic starting position for Manuel Antons.
Yes, but it's not where we start, it's where you finish.
And that's normally the wall for Manuel, so he's gonna have to try have some sort of clean race.
Let's see. It might be a short wait period, but it can impact a lot of races.
It certainly can, of course. If you do spin and you do DNF, you're out. No matter what the weather conditions are. I don't know what we're waiting on. We're waiting on the Mercedes team to get Cito in the pit lane. Mercedes having a good season. Enzo carrying the team since he left Alpine. Of course, they don't have a second main driver. It is Cito in that position, and I'm going to hope this isn't some sort of lobby glitch. No, it's not. And we do have the qualifying results. It is a Dutchman on pole. It is Legend Rosenberg with a 1:16.1. That's a fantastic lap for Legend, especially on the hybrid condition setup. Lewis in second, just behind. Manuel third. Aaron McFall in fourth. And Lucas in fifth. Sam Davis 6th, followed by Vesico Badi in 7th, Jake Marsh in 8th, Marcus Towell in 9th, Thomas Main 10th for Ferrari with Marcel 11th, Brady in 12th, Luke Davis 13th, Chloe in 14th, Cito 15th, Borbune in 16th, Junior 17th on a return for Alpine, Melvin 18th, Adrian 19th, and Enzo got disqualified at the start of the session, starts last in 20th. So we are in for a fantastic race.
Like always.
It's always... Oh, it's inters, so we don't have full wet conditions, actually. It is the intermediate compound of tyre.
Oh, see, this track's not even been out a week, pretty much.
I doubt any of these guys, apart from 1 or 2 laps, have did wet running. I doubt it, I really do. I can't see why, because it's Portugal. You would originally think that it's dry running. And it's very difficult track in the dry. At the best of times, it's going to be quite tricky in the rain. But strategy we can't talk too much about, so Brendan, as we had a comment earlier, and as I normally ask you every week, who will win the FIA Portuguese Grand Prix?
Who knows? It's, well, Lewis likes the wet conditions, so if he's able to benefit from this early on, like, the main thing for him would be he needs to jump legend at the start. And then, obviously for Manel, it's about getting to, him still being in this fight, once his wet period is over.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that, because Manel is not historically the best wet weather driver. He normally struggles quite a bit in the rain conditions. The 2 Aston Martins, absolutely mighty. Anyways, I'll let you continue.
No, see, it's just odd sight. We've seen both Avataris up here.
Yeah!
Like, it's usually been one of them, if there is going to be an Avatari up there, it'll only be one of them. But this time we've got both, and yeah, it's a very interesting dynamic.
A car we haven't seen at the top of the FIA grid for a while now, actually, since possibly the Benjamin Bulwark days, is a Haas. And Lucas is starting 5th, which is, if he could bring home some fantastic points that the Haas team badly need, they are stood at the foot of the standings for the whole season. They've been last the whole time. And as you were saying about the Avataris, Manel's now on the grass.
Oh, no. Right.
Not a good start from Manel on the formation lap. Oh, Thomas is disconnected. That's not very good. Thomas seems to be struggling with some internet issues today. But the 2 Avataris are both like this track. Of course, Manel likes this track as it's his home circuit. Aaron just likes this track because he likes the track. But anyways, the man who will get us lined up in the grid for the Portuguese Grand Prix is actually the other Mercedes of Cito.
I think the pits of triumph is suggesting that you could do a 0 stop at these inters.
What? Okay, that's not one I would have originally predicted. But here we go in Portugal. The cars look so tiny on this grid.
Fine, the weather stays the same.
Cito lined up on the grid in his grid slot in Portugal for the first ever time. 3, 4, 5 red lights in Portimao. We go racing in Portugal. Wheel spin is going to be a big factor here, but it looks like Lewis has tackled it a little bit better than his teammate. No! The better start is the Portuguese home native of Manel and Tons. We have a DNF already, and that is Borbune gone in the Haas. Manel's got a fantastic start, as you've seen at the start. Thomas Main, who was disconnected. Cito has been spun at the back of the pack. Manel got a flying start, but he couldn't capitalise on it, and his teammate Lewis McWilliam is now on the back with Lucas Faust up into 5th spot ahead of Aaron. Down into this chicane is a dive from Avesta, who's typically very good in these sort of conditions. He's got 7th spot. There's very slow moving cars. There's a slow moving Williams at the back, but we go through this very, very tricky corner now. There was a DNF for Borbune on the start-finish straight. I don't have a clue what happened there. But imagine someone has picked damage. Madeline Tons has got a run on the Scotsman of Lewis McWilliam, the championship leader. Down into turn 10 at Portimao. Is he going to try around the outside? This could be a difficult move.
Now, if Nell wants to physically his pace here, he needs
the contact between the Aston Martins. That's Lewis. That is Lewis, who has gone into the back of his teammate Legend. Lucas Faust looking for a move on Manel as he's right on the back. We head on to lap 2. You can see the AI car of Thomas there just falling back. That's because he disconnected, unfortunate for the Ferrari. But here comes Lucas Faust. He's got a mega run on the back of the Portuguese native, which is Manel and Tons. But no, he's not close enough, I don't think. He's got a good run though, and he may want to get a good run through turn 1. Legend seems to be struggling a little bit as his teammate Lewis, who is very, very good in the wet weather conditions. He's right on the back of him now, and Legend is going to have to be careful. Both Aston Martins are going to have to be careful not to make contact. Thomas has joined back in. He has dropped back to his original starting position as there's someone around, and that's Cito gone. That's Cito gone again. He was gone at 1. He's gone again on lap 2 at 3. So that's Cito gone again, and Lewis has lost off the back of Legend. Couldn't capitalise on a good run down that second DRS straight. Of course, the start-finish straight being 1. Legend seems quick through the second sector. We'll have to wait and see. And now there's Melvin Hendricks making some moves. Lewis has had a massive wobble.
And Vesta's gone.
Vesta's gone. That is a Vesta go baddie around in the Alfa Romeo. We said we'd see some mistakes at that corner. We have seen our first now, and that is Enzo King, last week's race winner on the Inter, has just passed him down for 14th as Manel is looking right on the back of Lewis. Lewis is struggling in some corners but very fast in others, which is a real crucial element of what not to do. Lucas Faust is... Enzo's got 10 seconds for corner cutting, and he's gotten sent all this chaos at the chicane. Junior's completely stopped. I believe Enzo's been sent across it in some shape or form, as he's now slotted behind the other Alfa Romeo of Adrian Teich. So I don't know what's going on there. Legend is pulling a healthy gap away from his teammate, but here comes Aaron McFall trying to attack Lucas Faust, the Irishman. Used to be very good in the wet, hasn't had a time to improve it this season, but he is still looking good. Oh, big wobble for Aaron there as we head through onto lap number 3. Brendan, opening thoughts on the opening few laps of this Grand Prix?
A bit of a messy couple of laps, and what was fairly exciting first couple of corners. So top 3 has stayed the same, which is good for everyone except for Lewis, because as I believe is there somebody was a little off track there, but Lewis, let's say this weather dries up, he'll have to double stack.
Yes, of course, the Aston Martins have been on high tension since their battle last week in Austria. We may see a possible coming together here between the two, which would be a controversial moment in the season. We've seen Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton make contact on various occasions. Could we see Legend and Lewis? And of course, Legend and Lewis making contact would be even more controversial, as they are teammates, but they do have a very healthy lead in the Constructors' Championship. So even if they did both DNF, it wouldn't cost them too much. But Legend is holding this lead. Lewis has got a good run on this lap, and Legend has actually possibly made some sort of mistake there, because Lewis McWilliam has a much better bolt, and that's Enzo. That's Enzo gone in the middle of the sector. It's the fastest lap of the Grand Prix for Lewis McWilliam. He's not going to be close enough to his teammate Legend, who just has the straight line speed in that Aston Martin. As Lucas is falling off the back of Manel. Manel's keeping a fantastic pace in the early parts of this Grand Prix. Oh, it looks like Avesta and Chloe are having some sort of battle through 1 and 2. As Avesta's almost lost it. He's had a slide there. This is the battle for 12th in the lower order. The battle for the scrape of the points. But it is, they're not close enough. Manel is falling off the back of the two Aston Martins, who are proving very nice pace here. Oh, Lewis has almost made a mistake going over that sausage curb. We've seen it was Marcel Magiera who made that mistake in qualifying earlier today. Lewis has made that mistake now through the turn 10 of Portimao. Lewis is taking a much nicer line than Legend does, but Legend just gets that traction on the exit. Lewis still a purple sector 2, however, so Lewis is the man on form for the Aston Martin team. Because it is an Aston Martin 1-2, like it has been so much. Jake Marsh with a lock up there. That's not gonna help his tyres at all. Down the start-finish straight for lap number 5 of 33. Of course, we do still have a dry weather period. That last corner's not flat, so we could see some sliding there as the inters become interslicks, as they're called. That is when they're very, very worn. And on a dry track, Legend takes the fastest lap back off his teammate on this occasion. So the two Aston Martins just swapping and changing, pulling a gap over the Portugueseman of Manel and Tons. Sam Davis running wide there. There is still this battle going on at the back of the pack. Oh no, that's Luke Davis in the pits. Is this for wing change, or does he feel slicks are an applicable tyre?
I doubt it will be slicks for this.
It's stopped raining though. It is dry in the pit lane.
Oh, he's waiting.
It's medium. He has gone for the medium. We have a gambler in the form of Luke Davis. Absolutely nothing to lose. We'll get the tyre, or sorry, we have the positional change up for you. It's Lucas up 1, it is Jacob 1, Marcel up 3, Brady up 3, Melvin up 8. So fantastic start for Melvin. Thomas down 1, Avesta down 5, Chloe up 1, Adrian up 5. Oh, yellow flag, sector 1, and it is Luke Davis. Didn't make it out of the pit lane. There was another yellow flag in sector 1, that is Cito, he's not having a good day of it. But it has stopped raining, Brendan. When do you think we will see these Aston Martins in? As it has definitely stopped raining.
Well, let's see if any of them do anything now. Well, honestly, you have the opportunity to make a late call.
Legends run very wide. Yeah, Legends run very wide. Of course, these two Aston Martins will double stack, or they will start battling. As Lewis has made a mistake, and that is that Cito? Or yeah, Cito. Not having a good day at the office is the young Dutch. Oh, Cito. Poor Cito. Not having a good day, and very close to becoming lapped traffic in this race. As Manel has, the Portuguese fans would be happy to see Manel stick with the Aston Martins, because they are such a quick pair of drivers in this league at the moment. As that is Luke Davis picking up 3 seconds. He is our slick runner, and the performance he is currently having on the medium tyre would make me think it is not worth the slicks just yet. But what would your opinion on it, Brendan? Is it time for the slicks?
Not yet, but you can see the line forming.
You can actually. Very good point. For those who know, the racing line, of course, not everyone will. We could have some casual fans, but it is, you can see a part of the track is drier. That is the dry line forming. It's where they're pushing all the water to one side. Will we see any pitters this lap? Someone could gamble, but I don't think they will. If they've an engineer, they'll see the performance of Luke Davis, and they are all staying out. I think. Oh no! Oh, what a save from the AlphaTauri of Aaron McFall. That is a huge slide for him, and that is a terrific save. That is a terrific save for the AlphaTauri. Aaron, his rallying skills there, really proving to be worthy skills. As Jake Marsh is pressing.
Time there.
Jake. Yeah, no, he definitely lost some time. That was a huge wobble onto the straight. He's going to lose time all the way down that start-finish straight, which he did. But Jake was pushing for a move on Marcel, but he did make a mistake. It looked like he did seem to be finding himself a comfortable spot on them tyres. As we have a very close pack here. Jake has made him another mistake, and it is Brady Pollock, this South African, looking to push past Jake. As there's 3 seconds falling. Marcus Tell is someone who's having a bad race, as I think Adrian's made some sort of mistake. Is it time for slicks yet? Will we see someone pit, as that is the Red Bull of Marcus Tell, as we were saying. He is a struggler on the inters, as Brady's out. Oh, what's happened, Brady Pollock? Virtual safety car. Everyone is surely in now. Surely this is a catastrophe for Aston Martin. They're 1-2. If they don't pit now, they will lose a lot of time. I did just see Jake run into the back of Marcel. I knew I did. But here comes the Aston Martins. Surely it's a double stack. Lewis McWilliam has stayed out. Oh, AlphaTauri are going to have to... Aaron's past Manel in the pits. Oh, it's a full safety car. We have a full safety car. It's been upgraded to a full safety car.
Done over here, and I'd have to wonder, in FER, is that allowed?
I didn't really get a good look at it.
No, but what happened is Aaron, I think he overtook into the pit entry.
Into the pit entry is fine. It's technically not the circuit. But that is he's only one spot behind his teammates, and he's only lost one place realistically, depending on what all these front runners do. Surely though they're not going to stick out on the inters for the whole safety car period. Surely Lewis is going to lose quite a lot from this by not pitting. A double stack, he possibly could have lost less positions because he would have come out behind his teammate. Or would they have been? No, they wouldn't have been held up from AlphaTauri. So this race is spiced up quite a lot because of that safety car caused by Brady Pollock in the Alpine. As you can really see the elevation change there on the turn 10 into Portimao.
Yeah, but this thing, that new feature of a VSC being able to turn into a full safety car well, makes the race a lot more interesting, because what you could think is an extremely, well, might be a simple VSC that might benefit some, but a full safety car could benefit a lot others. It could be the same people, it could be more, it could be even less, it could be the same amount but different.
Yeah, no, I really get what you're saying there. It really changes perspective, and this is the safety car train have caught up. Lewis in. Sam's passed. Oh, he's almost passed Lewis in the pits. Oh, that was a cheeky send from Sam Davis Day. He has got Lucas Faust. He's nearly got a double overtake on the entrance into the pit lane. And, oh, that's a fantastic move from Sam. So fair play. That is a fantastic send, and he's got the move into the pit lane. Lewis has dropped to 5th spot only. So he hasn't lost that much, but he is still now behind 3 cars, which he possibly wouldn't be behind. So do you think he made the correct call there, or do you think a double stack would have been the better option?
Oh, AlphaTauri is extremely close there. Oh, they got.
Oh no. Oh, it's a disaster. Aaron McFall has got a 5-second time penalty for a collision with Manel and Tons.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, Manel's almost hit him. Manel, back off! Your teammates.
No, Manel's angry. He is definitely annoyed at Aaron for making him lose the position.
He definitely is, because it's a position that he could be in second now and challenging for the lead. But they are on a different strategy, which AlphaTauri don't seem to have the teamwork that Aston Martin have. Because Aston Martin would be working together if they're in a position like this to challenge the leader. Will we get safety car in this lap, actually? I don't think so, because Sito is miles behind.
Oh yeah, this actually is a godsend for Sito.
Yeah, he can get back into the race now, so in fairness to Sito, carrying on. And
oh well.
Okay, Sito. Almost lost it there, shall we say? But he's found an avenue back into this race, and he just has to catch up within a lap now, which he should do. Let us know down below if you're enjoying the race, of course, and let us know some predictions. If you have any, who's going to win? If you have a bold prediction, who's going to finish 8th? Let us know. We're always happy to see the engagement in the stream, so let us know what you think of the race so far. Give us a bold prediction. A topic to discuss in the commentary box, of course, as well. If you have an opinion on what someone should or shouldn't have did, we'll let you know. And also, actually, another thing, should Aaron have passed Manel in the pit lane, or should he have stuck behind his teammate? That's a good conversation topic, I'd say. But
I would just say it's probably legal, but of all the places that do it, why do it at the... Like, why do it here?
Yeah, it is legal, but if you're looking to annoy Manel, if you're really looking to annoy any driver, the thing to do is pass them in the pit lane at their home Grand Prix and then crash into them. So, I can understand Emmanuel's frustration as Luke Davis is in the pits now. He's going for a fresh set of the softs. Actually, one thing is, can mediums go to the end? I don't think so.
Yeah, it's an unknown.
Well, yeah, we don't really know, let's be honest here.
People will be gambling on another safety car coming into play.
Well, Sam Davis is, because he's on softs, and so will Enzo, and so will Luke Davis. I don't think we might not even get safety car in at the end of this lap.
So, if you have softs, you might be able to fly up the grid.
We do have safety car in this lap. Cito should catch up. I don't think Luke Davis will. I think by that making that extra pit stop, he has landed himself in it. Cito should realistically catch up here, as there is the safety car train just in front, but the man who will get us underway is Legend Rosenberg. Safety car restarts can be very dangerous on this circuit. That is one thing I would watch for. We're going to be starting lap number 11 of the FEO Portuguese Grand Prix, on board with Legend Rosenberg and the Aston Martin for the safety car restart. We have an opinion on that pit lane. It says doing it on any car is fine, doing it on your teammate is dodgy. Here comes Legend weaving as we go racing in Portugal, and he's caught out Aaron McFall very much, and Manuel Anton's the revenge he's wanted. He's going to try and get past his teammate. We're almost 4 wide with Avesta Badi down the inside now. Manuel Anton's takes second spot in Portugal, loses up to 4, then Avesta sent spinning to the back of the grid. That is the Alfa Romeo sent spinning
You can catch up to the back.
To the back of the grid. Lewis is pushing Aaron through the corners. There could be some contact here between us. That is Junior out of his return. Lewis goes down the inside of Aaron McFall. He's bumped over the sausage curb there. We've seen championship rivals bump over a sausage curb and not end too well, but that's Lewis McWilliam up to 3rd spot in the Aston Martin. Fantastic racing as Jake Marsh and Thomas Main having a little bit of argy-bargy heading into turn number 8, and Thomas Main is going to get the run on him. He's got to try around the outside. This is such a bold move in Portugal. What a fantastic overtake, but Jake Marsh will hold it around the outside. Oh, there's contact, but that is fantastic driving from the Belgian to just catch the car purely. Aaron is still looking to get past Lewis, who possibly hasn't lit up the tyres as well as he'd like, but the real man to watch here is the Dutchman of Sam Davis on the soft. He's got a fantastic exit out of the final braking zone through this downhill and up right-hander. He's definitely got Aaron now, but it will be around the outside, and a difficult manoeuvre for the Red Bull on the AlphaTauri. No, not a difficult manoeuvre at all for Sam. He's got the spot done, but Aaron's going to fight it back side by side into turn 1. It's a bold one. Oh, Aaron somehow manages to keep the car in there, but Lewis now is free to attack the Portuguese man of Manuel Antons. That could be Melvin Hendricks gone. No, he's just lost a spot there. We had a random yellow flag. Marcus Towell and Luke Davis are locking in a battle for 16th. Gap up the front is now 1 second between Legend and Manuel, and the gap between Manuel and Lewis is now 6/10 of a second. Chloe and Adrian having a fight, 2 of the cleanest drivers you could say on the grid. Don't get roped up in incidents very often, but oh, Adrian's got the car all sorts through there, as Melvin is also looking now to get past Adrian. But another good safety car restart there, Brendan. Who would you say is the real winner from this one?
Enzo.
Enzo, the real winner, says Brendan. That's Jake. Oh, that's Aaron. What's happened to him? He's gone across the grass. Has he got a hit? Possibly. Has he got a hit? Oh, and he's hit the McLaren. Aaron has hit the McLaren. He's hit Marcel, and that's not very good, but we have to cut back up to the front because it is so hectic. Sam Davis that's the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. The Dutchman, who has had such a dip in performance recently, could be back. He's on the softs, and he's attacking our championship leader, Lewis McWilliam. Of course, Aaron won the first race of the season.
You can already hear the sounds of a Portuguese man in an AlphaTauri saying karma.
You probably can. He's probably even in a party with him still saying karma, Aaron. Karma. There is a pitter that is Chloe into the pits. Oh, someone's off. There's a slow Alfa Romeo. Oh, that's a send from Cito on Melbourne on his fellow countryman, and Cito has been pushed to the side, and that's a very dirty manoeuvre for Cito. But Legend Rosenberg picking up a 3-second time penalty. Not good. Not good at all in terms of this race win. Manuel in prime position now, but we still have 20 laps remaining. Of course, it's not over just yet. Look how sunny it is now. The weather physics are very weird in this game, because there's no way it would be this sunny literally 10 minutes after rain. Although it can be, I suppose. Sam Davison hasn't got the lap he wanted. He won't be getting past Lewis on this lap. The mediums obviously not as slow as the hards would be. Lewis setting the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, actually, so no wonder Sam hasn't had the best laps.
Oh, yeah.
As that is Avesta Badi and Melvin Hendricks having a fight. That is Avesta past Melvin, who's on the hards, and that is Marcus past Sito, the Norwegian on the Dutchman. Two countries very close, as Marcus has ran and possibly picked up a warning there. Legend's made a mistake. Legend has definitely made some sort of mistake, because look how close Manel and Tons is to the back of the Aston Martin.
Let's see, and it is... Well, Manel is in prime position, but...
Oh, Enzo King has passed Jake for 5th spot, and Jake is going to find himself on the treacher of Thomas Main. Oh, that's a close one. Thomas is going to try around the outside. He tried it once, he'll try it again. Couldn't get it done, but that was a very close move from Thomas Main. He's a fantastic racer on his day. As Brady says, that wasn't part of the plan. Fair enough, Brady. But Sam Davis, if he can just get a good run out of this corner, is very close to the back of his championship rival. Some could say Lewis, no, not close as he would like to be, as he seems to be struggling a little bit with aero rake, possibly. But Manel has set the fastest lap of the Portuguese Grand Prix. Sam is really close to the back of Lewis, as Lewis is close to falling out of DRS of the Portugueseman, who could be going for a move for the lead.
Well, but look at the ERS though.
Yeah, the ERS, we will get that graphic up for you now. 8 versus 60. Manel is burning. And Manel almost hitting the back of the Aston Martin. That could have really ended badly for Manel. Sam is pushing to try and find a way past Lewis. He just seems to be struggling a little bit in the dirty air of the Scotsman through the up and down section of the track. The roller coaster. Jake's out! Jake is out. We could well get a safety car here, folks. And there it is. Safety car in the Portuguese Grand Prix. Surely we're going to get a few pitters here then.
Yeah. Well, for what tyre?
Medium would be my original guess. I reckon everyone except soft runners should possibly stay out here, as that is the... Oh, Williams are having a horrible day now. One out, and one is down in 17th. Horrible day for Williams. Let's have a look. Is there going to be pit activity? Legend's in. Manel's in. Lewis. Oh, this is dirty tactics for a double stack. Sam Davis expect to move into the pit lane here.
I would have to...
Oh, he's almost got him. Sam, he loves that move into the pit lane. Thomas Main stays out. He's going to be a gambler. And so is Aaron.
Is that a penalty worthy though?
Depends on his delta, realistically.
Yeah, but the only thing is...
He still lost out to Sam. And he's still lost out. Has he lost out to Lucas? No, he hasn't.
No, but could he have lost more?
He could have. I reckon if you could send him a message and just tell him, don't do it again, and he'll be okay. How's that allowed? Lewis just held him up. We're gonna have to see the delta. I reckon. We'll have to see the delta. I will address the FVR rulebook and see the delta possibly.
Well, I'll message him and say...
No, don't message him yet. We don't really want to distract him from his race. But it's an iffy one. It's an iffy one. Delta was 6 seconds. Oh, Delta was 6 seconds. That's a.
Did you see that?
Kyle has just typed that his Delta was 6 seconds. Kyle Davis, of course, chief engineer, as we were saying, for the Red Bull team, and for his brother Sam. And he sits behind him and watches the race.
Well...
Thomas is in, so he's played possibly a clever tactic here.
But if the deltas are gone...
Oh, well, yeah, this is a long pit lane, but he's out. He still could get a bit here. There's a pack of cars though approaching under safety car. Here comes Thomas Main though. Bolt out of the pit lane and see where it gets you. Can he get in front of the gaggle of cars? Oh, he's got out in front of a Vesta. He has got a Vesta, so he has gained a couple of spots there, and it has realistically worked for Thomas Main.
Yeah, P8.
Sam's talking about 8 seconds.
Aaron's dead out. 8 seconds, yeah.
That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
And you'd have to wonder how many positions Lewis could have actually lost if he had went the normal enough speed with the safety car, whereas Delta wasn't too crazy.
8 seconds. Well, he is under investigation.
I think in real life F1, Hamilton got 5 seconds for that, something similar. Barring 2017, it was when Bottas was ahead, and Hamilton did that to make sure they didn't get jumped by Ricardo. He got jumped, but he still got the penalty.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, it's iffy. It really is. He is under investigation for creating too large of a gap under the safety car. We'll have to see. He's not going to be happy with it, but he's not really happy with anything in terms of penalty-wise. And who would be? You're getting penalised. You're not going to be happy with it.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Oh. Kyle here saying we will be reporting the first pit entry too. Lewis dived to the right to try to give Sam wing damage as he entered the pit lane. That is dirty tactics, and that is not what we like to see in racing.
And let me think. Hold on. Wait a minute. Not suspicious.
What's suspicious, Brendan? Could you let us know there?
No. I can't really say.
Oh, well, I don't know either. But I don't like that sort of tactics, trying to give another driver wing damage. I don't like it. I really don't. But the man who's going to lead us away is Aaron McFall, and he hasn't did this for a while, so he'll be chuffed. Aaron McFall will lead us away from the safety car restart. Lap 18 out of 33. We will be heading on to 19 now, though we are on board with the AlphaTauri of Aaron McFall. Brendan has made a very valid point there, which we will discuss if we do get another point. But here comes Aaron McFall to restart. He's probably going to try benefit his teammate Manel here, if he can. Tell him when he's going. And here comes Aaron McFall, weaving and weaving and weaving and weaving and weaving. And we go racing. Legend's got a good one there, but no, Aaron hasn't caught out anyone with that. Legend Rosenberg has got a good restart, but so has Manoltons down into turn 1. Such a fast right-hander on the safety car restart, as Thomas has been sent wide on the track, but he has kept the car under control. Down into the uphill left-hander. A Vesta for the third time running has gone at a restart or a start. Bad exit for Enzo. Marcus Tell is on the attack. He is a poacher trying to poach and overtake as the race battle for the race lead. Legend has tried to move on Aaron, but he seems to have closed the door, and Sam Davison is going for the double. Oh, this is such a dangerous move for Sam Davison. He's going down the inside on the Portuguese home hero, Manuel Antons, and he's got the move done. What a fantastic overtake from the man. Lewis has got past Manel as well, so the man who could have cost Sam a bit, sneaking through on Sam's manoeuvre.
Aaron has 5 seconds, although that could be removed, and he's an older
It could be removed. We will have to wait and see what happened there, because
3 seconds.
Legends is
Sam
fair. Legends 3 is fair to my knowledge because he wasn't really in any
Sam
battles.
5,
That was for
which
speeding in the pit lane, I think. Which he is going to keep if he was trying to do one of those overtakes. Keep an eye on Lucas Foss, though. He's going for the Portuguese man of Manel and Tons, as there's the Williams losing a couple of spots. Oh, there's a massive battle back here. Oh, Cito's out. Cito's had a high-speed collision on the main straight, and he's out. And we have another safety car. Cito has had a high-speed collision. That was a big crash at the back of the pack for Cito. That is a high-speed collision for Cito. Obviously, I'd say we hope he's alright. It is a virtual racing game. He is fine.
Well, is he on wheel now, or?
He is on wheel, actually. Cito has got a wheel.
Well, hopefully the wheel hasn't done anything crazy when...
I don't know if anyone's seen that rotor shot clip where it just smacks him in the face, but I'm gonna hope that doesn't happen. I doubt we'll see any pictures here, Brendan, and as I said, we will discuss what Brendan said to me. Lewis McWilliam has 11 driver penalty points currently. If he receives a 12th, he will get a race ban. Lewis has openly said that he will try to time the race ban for Monaco. The next round is Monaco.
See, next week's a break.
Next week's a break, of course, but round 10 is Monaco. If he's timed it for that, if he does get a penalty point and does get the race ban for Monaco, there's nothing... Oh, Sam is in. No, just a dummy. It's just... It's dirty tactics. It's very dirty tactics. Yes, I understand everything. You got to do everything you can do to win a championship, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
This is giving 1994 vibes.
Yeah, it's... Well, he hasn't taken anyone out on purpose. If he took Legend out on purpose, then... Yeah, but...
Well, that would just be... He'd be quite literally swimming in punishments.
He would. Aaron said, I'm still leading Clipper. We have a live stream, Aaron. You can just watch it after.
Yeah, and when was the last time? Well, not just like Aaron, but an Irish person was actually leading. And obviously, like, that would probably be the last time Jack was winning a race.
Yeah, it was probably Jack Redmond who... Oh, did Liam... No, Liam definitely didn't lead a lap. The last man was probably Aaron for a lap because of pit stops or something. Or it was Jack at the start of the season. He did lead a lap in Russia.
Yeah, so probably then.
Lewis says people did it in the past and didn't get anything, and Aaron said you slowed too much, and Lewis is now using what I had said for another league to show me the rule, Aaron. Because Lewis is that kind of person. He will use stuff against you, unfortunately, but there's nothing you can do there. I think he's 5 people still watching. We understand the safety cars may be a bit boring, but we can... we hope to...
Well, see,
racing soon.
Like, even if it's not a rule per se, are you able to punish something anyway if it is considered simply wrong?
You can, but Lewis won't accept that. Lewis won't accept that. But anyways, we will focus on the race and not the controversy. But actually, Brendan, you're the knowledgeable guy here. I take it the mediums are perfectly fine to the end.
Yeah, they should be fine to the end with safety car laps.
Yeah, they should be fine to the end with safety car laps. Will our soft runners be fine to the end? Marcel, Chloe, Enzo and Adrian.
They're pushing it.
They're pushing it, okay. I take it Adrian's definitely pushing it considering he's did 5 laps.
But you probably could, and if you are, you probably would get a last, like a fairly late safety car.
Yeah, we could get a late safety car. Harry's saying Manel for the win. We have
Yeah.
Have a
It
Manel
would
fan.
be interesting if he did end up breaking the DNF curse at home with a win. Because honestly, Aaron has the 5 seconds, but it could be removed. And Sam probably got left to be in the pit lane, so he can't. Legend, his penalty isn't really being removed, it's fair, unless he can get one or something. And then Manel is in a good position, as obviously Lewis is under investigation.
He is under investigation, is Lewis. Are we going to get another safety car lap here? Or are we going to get a late call? Yeah, surely this is another lap at this point. We're almost into the final corner.
Nah, I wouldn't call the safety car in this late.
I've seen stranger things from Codemasters games, Brendan. I'm not going to lie to you, but I think we are definitely getting...
The pit lane is right there.
You know, he's past the pit lane now. I mean, yeah, it's a bit late now.
Although, then again, concerning it is Codemasters, you wouldn't be surprised if the safety car had that kind of glitch where it's kind of reversed with the pit lane.
It just turns around as a Yui and reverses into the pits. Oh my lord. If Codemaster did that, I think that would be the peak of game glitches, honestly. But Enzo is up with us now, so this will be the final lap under safety car, lap 23. As the man leading is Aaron, but Aaron is pushing it a bit for tyres. He did 14 laps. The rest did 6 maximum. Lewis is under investigation, what we believe, for holding an 8-second delta to back up the whole pack so he didn't suffer too much from a double stack. A man who's benefited from this is Sam, because he had that good run on softs, gained a couple of positions, and he's still in that position now, thankfully. We'll have to wait and see. Safety car will be in this lap. Brendan, do you think Aaron can hold off the pack here, or will his tyres just fade?
Yeah, just think maybe Aaron sort of might fade, but we can't really tell, and I don't think there'll be that much of a difference. So you
to be honest, yeah.
One AlphaTauri upstage the other AlphaTauri here. But maybe you might see something happen where Manel, they might work it out so that Manel can get this win and make sure of it.
The way the AlphaTauris have been today, I don't see much team tactics coming into play. Aaron did pass him on the entrance into the pit lane. Aaron is not backing up from the safety car. Is this going to be his new tactic? Just stick with the safety car and when it bolts in, go? Because this would actually be a perfect tactic, because he's not with the pack car with him. This is definitely some sort of new tactic from the Irishman. The safety car pulls in, and he's gone. That's genius. That is utter genius from the Irishman. We are racing in Portugal. Aaron McFall has pulled a blinder. Aaron McFall has pulled a blinder, and Manel is on the back of Lewis, the home hero here in Portugal. Oh no, he's backed off a bit now as Lucas Faust almost takes him out, and Manel almost slams into the back of Lewis McQueen for the second time today. Sam Davison is pushing to try and find a move on Legend, but Legend is going to be looking for the move on Aaron. Legend could do it winning this race in terms of the championship, but realistically, that penalty is going to hurt him a bit. We're all clean through. There was no back effect in terms of collisions due to the fast safety car restart from Aaron McFall, which he gets some brownie points for that from me. That was a fantastic tactic for the safety car restart. But we're all safety through to the, what I like to call the roller coaster section, into turn 10 of the Portimao corner. Yes, it is genuinely called Portimao. I'm not just making up stuff.
11.
Are they both called Portimao? Okay.
No. I think 11's called Portimao, and that's
okay.
Like the braking zone.
Enzo and Chloe having a fight. We've seen these two had a massive fight in Mexico, and it was all sort of clean, so they're both good racers. But down the hill and up the hill we go. To start lap 25 is Sam Davis. Oh, Aaron, I thought he was going into the pits there. Breaks the slipstream. Sam is sticking to the left-hand side. He's going to let the two in front of him weave, and the Red Bull is going to look to pounce. For he hasn't taken a race win since Brazil in this season, apologies, the first race of the season. He looked to be a real challenger, but he has not taken it. But he is right on the back of his fellow Dutchman, Legend Rosenberg, who needs to pull some points over his teammate Lewis in terms of the Drivers' Championship. The home Portuguese hero, Mexican, Madeline Tons. is in 5th. I'm sorry, Mexican. Okay, the the home hero, Manel, is he's down in 5th, and he is going to come under attack from Lewis McWilliam. But Lucas McWilliam is down the inside of Sam Davison, and these two are going to fight through turn 10 and 11. This is a dangerous battle as Lewis has almost lost it. He's going to try around the outside of the Dutchman. There is a collision there. That is Melvin Hendricks as Lewis is pushed off the track, and he's almost spun. And he's hit Manel, the Alpha Tauri driver. He's hit Manel down in 5th spot, and they're going to be side by side to the final corner. This isn't going to end well. And there goes Manel around. He's kept the car, but Lewis McWilliam once again finds himself in a controversial collision. Manel and Tons is down to 8th, and Portuguese hearts sink into their laps.
He's got 3 seconds now.
That warning definitely has to be removed. That is dirt. Well, not dirty, but it is Lewis's fault for sure. Lewis is still in 4th, and Manel is now down to 8th. And that is not good for Manel, who could have got a dream podium, or could have got a dream result here. Finishing the race, I'm sure, would be a good result for Manel.
Thomas is the one who could be in position for, as what quite frankly would be a shock win.
Thomas is in a fantastic position. The man who disconnected at the start of the race, just remember, he dropped to 11th, but he's in a good position here. But Aaron he's defending legend, but he is finding himself just under that a little bit of pressure from the Dutchman. Lewis is in the technically race-winning position due to penalties. Lewis is under investigation now for 3 incidents.
Oh, Manel's went for a dive.
Oh, Manel has sent it, and that's normally not a good thing, but he's almost pulled it off now, as there was a yellow flag. Oh, that's Adrian gone. Oh, that's unfortunate for Adrian. He's not having a good time of things in this league at the moment. He's really trying his best, but his best is he's just caught up in stuff. Here comes Legend Rosenberg. This is for the race lead to dethrone the Irishman at the top of the pack. They're going to be side by side through turn number 1. It is Legend Rosenberg who leads the FVR Portuguese Grand Prix on lap 27 of 33. Pull the gap now, Legend, and you'll take a win for yourself, is what he'll be saying to himself, I'm sure. But Lewis just needs to try keep with this pack, but he could well get a penalty for that incident with Manel and Tons, the Portuguese man. Sam needs to dislodge himself from behind the Irishman on all tyres if he does want to possibly challenge for a win on this race. We'll get a penalty update for you now. There's the penalties: 3 for Legend, 5 for Aaron, which could be removed, 5 for Sam, 5 for Lucas, 6 for Marcus, 3 for Manel, 10 for Enzo, 3 for Chloe, 6 for Luke, 6 for Adrian, and 3 for Melvin Hendricks at the back. But there's still a lot of racing to go here, as we're going to head on to lap 28 in a moment. This is still going to be a fantastic end to the FEO Portuguese Grand Prix. Thank you all for watching so far. Do stick around, as we're going to have a climatic ending to what has been a good race so far, a controversial one from some perspectives, as Aaron has had a wobble and picked himself up a 3-second time penalty, meaning he's now level with Legend, but he still has a bit of an advantage over Sam. But he can't just stick behind Legend, who sets the fastest lap of the race as he pulls a 5:10 gap on the Irishman. But Manel and Tons steals the fastest lap of the Grand Prix with a 1:18.4. 1:18.5, apologies. Manel is flying. He does have good pace around here. Is that contact somewhere, Brendan? Who lost some time? Was that Manel?
Yep.
Manel and Tons losing some time through turn 1, as Brendan just said. Sam Davison could look for a dive bomb here. No, just tucks in behind. As Sam...
Marcus is now putting pressure on Thomas.
Marcus is now putting pressure. Marcus is a good racer on his day. He just has picked up a few too many penalties. It's so Sam Davis nearly crashes into the back of Aaron McFall. He is looking for a move, as that's Melvin Hendricks going for a fastest lap point attempt, of course. He's down at 14th. Not much to race for in the latter stages, as it's unlikely we will get a safety car now.
I think his penalty might be removable.
I think it will. He ran into the back of... was it Marcel, or was it someone like that? It was someone who isn't out. What happened?
No, I'm just saying it's entirely possible Lucas can end up winning on his return.
Yeah, it is. As here comes Lewis McWilliam, tucking into the back of Sam Davis. They could go for a move now on his Dutch rival, they've come to blows in one shape or form. It may not be on track, but Aaron McFall's proving a bit of a stalling pattern. Oh, almost contact as we head through turn one, but Sam Davis has got one move done as Lewis tries a tree. Lewis tries to take them both, and he could at least pushes Lucas off the track. Lewis, what are you doing today, man? Lewis McWilliam, he's gone down to 5th as Aaron and Sam are side by side, the AlphaTauri and the Red Bull. Lewis down the inside of Lucas, who yields and gives him room. Good racing from Lucas. Sam's going to try a bold move into 8th, I think. He's pulled one off today, and he could well pull another.
Legends just taking off now. Oh,
Legends licking his lips at this. As Lucas has spun. Oh, Lewis has spun, sorry. Not Lucas. Lewis has spun down to 12th and isn't scoring points. This is crucial for the championship. His teammates leading and Lewis can't control his car. He's spinning like a donut around the circuit. He can't control the car. He's back running now. But this is a controversial end to a controversial race from Lewis McWilliam. Sam Davis is trying to push to get past Aaron. Aaron is surely a sitting duck on these tyres as Legend really has to push now in case Sam can get that penalty remove. Aaron's weaving like a madman. Yellow flag, it's Lewis. It's Lewis off once again at the final sector, and this has been an awful time. Sam Davis and Aaron side by side through one once again. Surely Sam's got this one now. Look at Lucas Faust behind. Look at the try sneak up past these two. He's got them both almost. Marcus Towns introduced himself into this fight. Lucas is around the outside of Sam as Lewis is off again in sector 3. Lucas could try another move. Manuel has passed Thomas Main, the Portuguese man, still looking for a good result as Sam Davis has dropped to 4th. Lucas and Sam still fighting it out. Aaron, he's doing a fantastic job in the second. Lewis is going to be hating him at this point because he's holding him up. Lewis is retired in the pits, not even going to try a fastest lap point to gain something. This is a crucial race in the championship here as the man who was involved in a lot of incidents, karma has struck, as someone, 2 people have said in the chat, I believe. But Lucas Faust is going to find himself under threat from from Sam Davis. So there's a penalty update. Lucas and Sam both even. Aaron could still get a 5 removed. Just remember that. But Legend Rosenberg leads this race by 3.8 seconds. As here comes Lucas Faust. Past Aaron McFall, easy as you like. Lucas Faust up into the podium on his return to the league as the 2 Red Bulls are now fighting. This isn't what they need, but Marcus has passed Sam with ease actually, which is probably a bad choice considering Marcus has more penalty. Oh, Marcus has hit Aaron. Marcus has hit the back of Aaron McFall and spun round the Red Bull, who's just got the move done on the other Red Bull, and Sam and Manuel are making contact. This allows Thomas Main through. The Belgian in the Ferraris into the top 5. He doesn't have penalties. He could still finish second in this race quite easily as well, unless Lucas does pull a mighty gap, which he is currently doing. Aaron being slow is he's causing a lot. Tyler asking, can he join mid-quali? Of course he can, Tyler. As Thomas is down to 6. Enzo could still invite himself into this fight on the softs, although I think they could be on the dying stages of the tyre now. Sam Davis is still struggling to get past Aaron. Aaron does weave a lot on the straights though. He needs to stop the weaving a little bit more. As thank you to the 18 viewers watching. This is a fantastic number for the league, but we do hope you're enjoying what is a fantastic race, and it isn't over yet as here comes the Red Bull of Sam Davis on Aaron McFall. Tucks behind, weaving from Aaron as per usual, and Sam's really got a good run on the Irishman now, and surely this is the manoeuvre done. They're gonna stay side by side through one. Aaron keeps the car up the inside, Sam yields. The other AlphaTauri could invite himself into this one. Oh, that's a send! That's a send from Manuel! He can't capitalise on it just yet, as he's got to try round the outside. Round the outside on Mr. Round the outside. Manuel Antons is going to try and get the move done on Sam Davidson, the Red Bull, still holding round the outside. And can he get the traction? He can. The Portuguese fans cheer as their heroes back into the top 4. Manuel Antons makes the move and now just needs to get past his teammate for a home dream podium. I'm sure he'd absolutely be loving it, as he does only have 3 seconds. which, if he gets past Aaron, will be the place whether Aaron gets his 5 removed or not. This is a fantastic race for Manel and Tons.
3 seconds removed anyway.
Oh, he can get that 3 seconds removed. So if he can.
One of his warnings is definitely removed because of that Lewis incident.
But the 2 AlphaTauris are scrapping here, meaning Manel is going to have to do it on the track. Lucas Faust could still win this race if he could get that 5 seconds removed. But here comes Manel and Tons, his teammate, for the podium in Portugal, his home circuit. He's got it done. Manel and Tons is on the podium in Portugal. As Sam Davidson, can he finally get past Aaron? No, he can't. Manel and Tons just needs to keep it now, and he could finish on the podium. Legend is pushing it so he doesn't lose this race win due to Luke's... Oh, Sam's gone, and the Red Bull man's luck just doesn't continue. It just doesn't come back. Sam drops to 10th, and he's still going to pick up some points, but it's not as much as he'd like. He could have won this race. Manel penalty removed. Yes, Manel's penalty can be removed, as Legend is still pushing. If Lucas can get this 5 removed, he will win the Grand Prix. No, he won't win the Grand Prix. No, he won't win the Grand Prix if he can get the 5 removed, because he'll finish 7 seconds behind Legend, not 2. Rounding the final corner, the championship lead, not the championship lead, but the...
2.5. Faster, or no.
The championship... Championship gap closes down. The Dutchman wins once again. Legend Rosenberg wins the first ever Portuguese Grand Prix. Lucas Faust second, but the man's done it. Manel has got to finish an F4 race, and he's got to finish on the podium in his home circuit. Manel is a podium finisher in Portugal. Marcel sneaks his way up into 4th. Aaron 5th. Marcus 6th. Chloe 7th. I think Thomas could be it could be D-Sync. Manel and Tons has did it. Manel is on the podium in Portugal.
Yep, he is. It's about time. He's finished the race and is on the podium at home.
What
Time
a
to do it.
time to do it. Manel and Tons has finished an F4 race and has finished it on the podium in front of his home fans. Well done, Manel. I can't wait to hear from him in the post-race interview that is coming up in a moment.
Honestly, we just need to make sure he just doesn't do any swearing, etc.
If he does, I'll let him off with it. What a result from Manel. He deserves this so much. As that is it. The results in. We'll get the podium now. Manel. That is wow. I'm so proud of him, I am. Because I know how much he's worked for this one. There's your driver of the day. It's not the official one. That is Enzo King. It says that's not the official one, of course, but I think he could do it. Although he did still get last to P4 or 5. There's your winner, Legend Rosenberg. He'll take a mighty chunk out of Lewis's championship lead. I will get the official one now. He's now just 15 points behind, and Lewis could have a race ban. He is on 11 penalty points and under investigation for multiple incidents. Legend Rosenberg is your winner in Portugal, ahead of Lucas Faust. Manel and Tons finishes in 3rd. Marcel Magiera finishes in 4th. Aaron in 5th. Marcus 6th. Chloe 7th. Thomas in 8th. Enzo finishes 9th. Luke finishes 10th. Sam doesn't get points in the end. It's 11th for Sam. And Avesta gets 12th. Melvin 13th. Adrian 14th. Lewis 15th. DNF, of course, for Lewis. Cito DNF, Jake DNF, Junior DNF, Brady DNF, and Borbune DNF before turn 1, actually. Unfortunate for Borbune. Brendan, if you can get Legend, Lucas and Manel in for a post-race interview, I'd love to hear it.
I don't think Manel is too happy with, Lewis anyway, and he seemed like he probably could have won that race And I don't blame him, but I think he should still be happy with the podium. It's a very well earned.
Lewis is complaining that his championship is over while still leading by 15 points, which goes to show a sense of frustration in this Grand Prix.
Let me see. So it was Legend Manel.
Legend, Manel and Lucas.
Yeah.
If you do have any questions for the drivers, do let us know below. We'd love to hear them. We love to ask them, as it was a great race actually. It was a very good race in Portugal. Portugal is proving a very nice track for some FVR racing, especially, which is very good.
I'm struggling to find Manel.
It's FVR Manel and it's in all caps.
Yeah, I've typed that in. I'm not finding him.
Yeah, I'll have a go at it. Apologies for the black screen. We'll get it sorted now, as we just get Manel in for the post-race interview, and I'm sure you all want to hear from him. The Portuguese has finally. Oh, it's 2 underscores, isn't it, for Manel? Why do I think it's 2 underscores? Yeah, it's 2 underscores. As, there you can see the race-winning car, the Aston Martin, on screen now. We'll get the guys in a moment. Legend, Manel and Lucas. As I say, there's a fair few reports coming in, but we'll get them all sorted now. Enzo did 5 pit stops and finished possibly 4th. Good day at the office for the Austrian. It was a very good day at the office for the Austrian, I would say, Brendan. As our second placeman, Lucas, is here. Hello, Lucas.
Hello.
Second place on return. I'm sure you're delighted with that.
Yeah, I'm very happy. It was a very chaotic race.
Yeah, it certainly was. We've seen that in the commentary box. But what was your thoughts on it? Do you think you could have got more, or I think there was a couple of moments there where you thought it was all over?
Well, it was very hard to overtake with the train driving, though I'm quite happy with the podium. But yeah, let's see. Maybe my 5 seconds gets removed because Thomas drove into my car during the safety car.
If it does get removed, you still finish second, by the way. That's there'll be no change in position for you, no matter what, unless you get a penalty yourself, of course, but I doubt it. But
yeah, but I'm quite.
Yeah, I'd be delighted. Of course, if you do have a question for Lucas, pop it in the chat below. We can come back to him. But there's one man who is a bit of the star of the show today. Manel and Tons, you have finished 3rd place in your home Grand Prix in your first ever FVR finish. How does it feel? I think you could still be proud of that one. That was a good performance from you. But what about the incident with Lewis? Could you talk us through that? Do you think it was unfair from him, and do you think he should get a penalty for it? Well, congrats, Manel. I'm sure the Portuguese fans are very happy for you. But now to our race winner. Legend, you now have the championship down to 15 points, and you have won another FVR race. How do you feel about that one? And in terms of the constructors, the championship for the constructors is almost won for you guys, because you are going to be challenging for the championship yourself. You're not going to be dilly-dallying. In terms of you and Lewis, are you both like sort of a Hamilton-Rosberg situation fighting for the title? Are you both pushing each other and trying to get past, or are you working together as a team? We seen last season, at the start of the season, Lewis and Sam were working together very well, and then when Lewis started getting a bit more competitive, that all came to blows. There was an incident today where Lewis held up 8 seconds on his delta. Do you think maybe that you can keep the way you are going forward? Or, obviously you don't have to comment on this, it's a bit of a controversial question, I know. But do you think that the main goal is individually or as a team? If that makes sense. Well, this isn't just a question, this is just for the people who are still tuned in. Lewis held up the train by 8.8 seconds on the Delta. That's just for the people still watching who are interested. Brendan, do you have any question for the guys?
Not really, but now championship looks a lot closer, so do you think the next couple of tracks would benefit you?
It's Monaco. It's not next week. We have a break next week. It's the week after. And there is a possibility you will not have Lewis joining you in the Aston Martin. He's under investigation, and as you may know, he's 1 penalty point away from a race ban. So there is a possibility that it will not be Lewis in the Aston Martin. Will you be trying to capitalise on that and take an either larger chunk or possibly the championship lead? Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so
That's all from me. Anyways, Brendan, have you finished up your questions there?
no, I'm just saying for a reference to the calendar, it'll be Monaco in 2 weeks, followed by
Zandvoort, so it's your home Grand Prix legend.
I think you might have to update the calendar, Evan.
Yeah, it is Saudi Arabia after that. There will be an update on that in the future. Ignore that. That was a blunder and a half from me. Not a bad shout. Not a bad shout. We won't get constant yellow flags anyways. But that is all we do have time for here in Portugal. I do hope you enjoyed the race. It was a very good one, of course. A good one by my standards anyways. Do stay safe, do stay well, and we will see you next time. Of course, break week next week. Keep up with our Instagram and Twitter, of course, to keep up with all FVR updates and FVR content. We'll see you next week.